Hello friends, Rudra once again with the second pick to get addicted in the world of Google Cloud. Now for those who have seen my first video, I had touched upon 5 important areas that I used to pass this certification, which is Google Certified Associate Cloud Engineer certification. And in this video, I am going to talk about the first point, which is around training. Now talking about training, there are 3 important online on-demand trainings that I wanted to talk through. I'll not be talking anything around classroom based training. Simply I did not go through any classroom trainings, but having said that, I know that there are many organizations and institutes who do provide classroom trainings, including Google. But I think for all of them, the basic prerequisites would be to have the minimum number of participants to have a business case generated. Now, talking about online on-demand learning portals, the first training that I wanted to talk through is about the Coursera training, which is titled as Preparing for Google Cloud Associate Cloud Engineer Certification. Now, this is a part of a bigger Google Cloud training that is in Coursera, and this is a structured 7 weeks training consisting of around 6 modules. But the best part of this training is that this is a Google authorized training, which means that there will be Google certified and authorized personnels who would be conducting this training. I personally did not go through this training, but I have a positive feedback towards this training, and I strongly recommend that you can go for this training. As far as the financials are concerned, I think Coursera policy says that they give a first 7 days of free trial, and then they start invoking the costs, which will be around 47 or 48 US dollars, which is around 3,500 to 4,000 Indian rupees. But definitely this is a training that you can explore to get closer to your certification. The second training that I wanted to talk through is obviously about A Cloud Guru or ACG. Now, as we all know, ACG is a pioneer in this area today, and my association with ACG started back in 2017 when I was doing my AWS Solution Architect certification examinations, and I came through the training conducted by Ryan Kronberg, and since then I became a fan of Ryan. And that was one of the reasons that I had selected. I had gone through this training, and one of the reason I went through this training is because I had a free account on this platform thanks to my organization who had helped me to give the free account. I personally feel that this is a very good training. In fact, the instructor, which is Matthias Anderson, he is a gem, and with his slow and steady explanations of each and every chapter and having a challenge lab completed after each chapter had immensely helped me to prepare for this examination. Another plus point for this training is that there is a separate chapter titled as All You Need to Know About Google Kubernetes that comes bundled along with this course conducted by Nigel Poulter. We all know Nigel is a very famous name in the world of Docker or containerized services like Google Kubernetes, and definitely this is a plus point that if you want to make your hands dirty, or if you want to explore more on containers or Dockers using Google Kubernetes, you can jolly well go ahead and do that. Some areas which did not draw much attention to me, one of the area was around the exam simulation tests. In my opinion, the exam simulation test was making itself too complicated by bringing in 6 options to every questions, which in my opinion was not something which was desirable from A Cloud Guru. Maybe they had a reason that they wanted to make the simulations more tough, but my personal opinion is which says that if you have a simulation, the simulation should be as closer to that of the real examination, and we know that the real examination is all about 4 options. So why do we complicate things by bringing 6 options? And the second part of the simulation test was that the scenarios which were there, or the storytelling part which was there, they were essentially the same scenarios with few juggleries of the words here and there, which was sometimes confusing to me. You have a fresh set of scenario, you think through that, and then you start answering with 4 options that are available. That makes more sense than having then you go to the second question, which is again the same scenarios with few juggleries of the words, which makes it confusing. Another area of not so good point about ACG was there was a chapter titled Service Breadth, if I'm correct, and that was chapter 14, if I'm correct. That was too theoretical to me. I think that could have been made much more engaging by bringing in some labs in between, which I personally felt is missing. But overall, if I had to judge, I definitely and strongly suggest that you can go for the iCloud Guru Google program that is there. Costs part I do not know because I had a free account, but I feel that they will have monthly tiers available, which will be close to somewhere around 47, 48 to 50 US dollars, or in other words around 3,500 to 4,000 Indian rupees. The third training which I wanted to explore was the training from Linux Academy, which is titled as Google Certified Associate Cloud Engineer. This was an equally good training, and I must say that Ben Lambert, with his in-depth knowledge about the topics, was extremely helpful for beneficial for me personally. Initially, I did not plan for this training because I had to pay something extra from my own pocket, which I was not eager to. But then I changed my mind and I went for this Linux Academy programs. I had to pay around 49 US dollars for 1 month subscription, which entitles you to any programs in Linux Academy platforms. But I was more concentrated around the Google certification program only. I must say, in fact, there are some portions like, for example, the pricing calculators, deployment manager using, App Engine standard and flexible, cloud functions, and then storage options, cloud SDKs. These were well explained with practical labs in Linux Academy. Another plus point for Linux Academy was the fact that their exam simulations were much more relevant and much more clearer, in my opinion. They had although none of the questions were exactly same as that of the real examinations, but in my personal opinion, their examinations was much more organized and structured. So that's pretty much it. These are the three trainings that I wanted to discuss through. Just to have a quick recap, we touched through about the Coursera training, which is a training which is organized by, which is a Google authorized training organized by Google certified and Google authorized people, which costs something around 48, 49 US dollars for a month. The second training which I strongly recommend is the iCloud Guru training, and equally strong is the Linux Academy training. Now, having said that, important point is that these are not the only trainings that are available. There are many trainings available. Like, for example, I know Simplilearn is doing very great in some of the online learning platforms. There's another organization called Cloud Academy, but it's just that I had explored and I had restricted myself to these three trainings, and that's what I'm sharing my experience. That's it for now. I hope you liked my video, and in case you liked my video, go ahead and experience it and hit the like button, and be prepared for the third peg when we discuss about the most important part and the most challenging part, which is the labs. Till then, thank you very much and have a nice day. Thank you.